Hi there. From the Bass Short Story Award Anthology, I chose the short story The Earth on the Way Down by Margaret Dolly. I chose it entirely based on its title. The word earth in it, I thought maybe it was sci-fi. Like Matthew, the title, it wasn't what I thought it was, but I actually really enjoyed it in the end, even though the use of the word earth actually referred to soil. Right from the beginning, I noticed it was in the present tense, which I'm always fascinated by because I've never been able to successfully write in the present tense. By sentence number 2, I've already switched to the past tense. I don't know. I listened to a lot of audiobooks as a kid. Maybe a lot of them were in the past tense. So that's just how stories sound in my head. And so I really think it's neat when I read a story that's in the present tense. Beyond that, I noticed right away it was in the third person with the use of backstory and reverie. And if I think of those craft elements as style, that's a style I use myself a lot. So I felt very comfortable. I just sat back and enjoyed the story because it sounded like something I could have written. Now, interestingly, in the backstory sections, she does use the passive voice, the she had told him. And I think that's interesting because used a little bit, it's fine, but it can really shift the tone. And I know when I do revisions of my own work, I'm cutting out hads all over the place because, she wanted to go shopping. She had wanted to go shopping. I mean, there's a distinct difference. The use of that passive voice can work, but it's not really always necessary. And if you just cut out the hads, I find in my writing, it can really pick up the tone because passive voice can be very somber, and of course that actually lent itself well to this story, but it really kept us out of it. Was actually really weird to have the passive voice in the present tense. It was very unique actually, style-wise, if you think about it. And then when she used reverie, she used a dialogue tag. For example, it was being on one's own offends, Irene thinks. And she wouldn't have had to use a dialogue tag. She could have used italics. It was on its own separate line, so we inferred it was the narrator character's thoughts anyway. But yeah, she used the dialogue tag, so that's another element, craft element that she chose to use. Like, that was her style basically as an author, I think. So anyhow, those are the craft elements that I noticed in my story, and thanks very much.